Hello everybody, my name is Violetta and I'm a part of Arclight team, and today I want to show you a bit of a gameplay of our game Help Will Come Tomorrow. But before that, I would like to thank all of you who supported our project on Kickstarter and made it possible to finish and polish our game and just make it better. It means a lot to us. I also want to thank for all the feedback we received from you guys, either when you played the demo on Steam or the feedback that we gathered at the PAX East. It's really helpful to know what you guys think about the game, so thank you for all of that. And now let's play a bit and show you the game. So let's start new game. As you can see, we have 3 difficulty levels. The first one, passenger, is the easiest one, and I think all of you who never played the game before should play this difficulty level. If you have some experience, then survivor is the best way to experience the game, and if you are the game veteran, then there is a resident of Siberia, but this difficulty level is really for those who knows the game inside out, so have that in mind. But today I will play at the survivor level, because I hope I know the game at the level that I will manage to play at this level. So start the game. And our story begins. Let's read. We barely escaped death. Can you hear the shots? They're killing other survivors. This is a replay from Zamienski Square. The Tsar supporters are opening fire to the proletarians. You're talking nonsense. They are just robbers or deserters. Don't talk so loudly, because they'll hear us. We've run a long way. I think we can take a rest here, and the snow will cover our traces. And at the beginning you will be asked if you want the tutorial, but I don't want the tutorial. Okay. So at first, there is always good to just see what you have to deal with. So we have 4 main characters. We have in the game we have 9 characters, but at the beginning you only get 4, and it's random. So in this gameplay we have only gentlemen. We have Sir Edward Grey, we have Dimitri, we have Alexei, and we have Sergei. Let's see. Dimitri has twisted ankle and is shivering. Alexei is sick, thirsty, and tired. Edward has indigestion and is very thirsty, and Sergei is in shock, hungry and shivering. So it's not the best situation, but it could be worse. If you would play on the higher level of difficulty, the situation could be a lot worse. Okay. At first I would like to show you a quickly the character card, because here you can check what faction the character is, what are their traits, what are their current morale or health, what are the relationships with other characters, and it's very important in this game. On the higher difficulty levels it's more important than on the easiest one, to check what relationship status have one character with others, because when you perform actions with two characters, the relationship status really defines what the outcome would be of the action. Okay, but first I would like to get rid of the very thirsty status for Edward. So we have water, we can just give it to him. Before I perform the actions, I always check the statuses, because for the Sergei, he has in a shock status, which he will lose his morale while performing an action. That's why now I would like to remove this status, and you can do that by calming his nerves. So you can try to give him some cigarettes. Okay, and it worked. He is no longer in shock. So he can now perform any action without losing morale. Of course, at first I would like to remove snow from the campfire. I think I will... the Dimitri should do it. Let's see. Okay. Poisonous mushroom, that's not the best. Okay, so we remove the snow, and now we have opportunity to build the campfire. For that we need some stones, we need some materials from the structure group and some materials from the wood group. Some of the materials will always be the same, but some we can just choose. As you can see now, I can choose from the clay or stones, but as we can see, we need 2 clays and we only have 1, and we need 2 stones, so when we have 3 stones we can use it. And the strength of this structure group is just right for this action. Now we can have wood. We don't have enough needles, but we have enough of the sticks. Next, I would like to make a solid construction, because it's just the beginning of the game and I really don't want them to make something makeshift, because it has a chance to... the character has a chance to cut themselves, so they would be a hand wound or head wound, and we don't want that. So I think I will make a solid building, and I will switch Dimitri and assign Sergei and Edward, because those 2 have the best relations at the moment. Okay, let's build that campfire. Okay. So Edward is survivalist. The character has a chance to avoid a negative event during the expedition. Okay. And as you can see, here we have action points of our characters, and when I perform this action, both characters only for them it was only one action point for each, and if I would like to perform an action with only one character, it would cost 3 action points. Okay, now we have the campfire build. I think those two are thirsty, so it would be nice to also build a small water filter, but unfortunately I don't have enough wood. Okay, so I will just remove the snow from the other buildings. Oh wow, that was nice. Okay, I think I have enough. So again, I will take those two. Luckily I have some material, and now I have enough of the needles. All the strength is at the right level. As you can see, when I make something solid, the quality of the building is also quite strong. But if I would make something makeshift, I would lower the quality of the building. So I don't want that. I would like to make a solid construction. If I had any tool, then it would make it even better quality, but I don't have one. Okay. When the action is performed, the characters that are observing those who are making the constructions, they will react to the quality of their work. So if someone is making something solid, their credit will rise. And if someone is making something makeshift, their credit will fall. Okay, now I think I would like to filter some water. Okay, and there you go, there you go. Okay. I can't do much more when it comes to actions, but I can give some food to Sergey. I can also add fuel to our campfire. As you can see, when I added a fuel, the camp visibility rises, and it's important because on the map there are renegades who derail the train, and when the camp visibility is too high, they can find our camp and it could be a game over for us. Okay, I will, but for now I will make a bit higher flame, and there is one thing I could try, but I'm not sure if it will work. When the character has indigestion, I could try to give him some strong alcohol to remove it, but I'm not sure it will work. No? Let's try... or not. No. Okay, because we have Alexei who is sick, and we would like to make some medicine for him, and we will need this alcohol. Okay, so let's end the day. Okay, and now we have the night part when you can choose two of the topics. There will be topics like the past of the characters, but also the ideas for better solutions of the situation they are in, or to address the current situation and the attack. And I will choose that. We are saved from the disaster and avoided the slaughter. It's unthinkable. Do you know if anyone else survived? The train was derailed with dynamite. Shortly afterwards, the attackers blew up one of the rear cars that the soldiers were traveling. They must have known where to hit. Then they shot the survivors without mercy. Those who survived could hide in the woods or hide somewhere in the wreck. We must stay together until help arrives. We are in the middle of the Siberian taiga, without appropriate clothes or food, surrounded by thugs lurking for our lives. How much longer can we survive in such conditions? 1-2 days at the most. In that case, let's hope that help will come tomorrow. Okay, and the camp morale rises. And now... maybe someone could introduce himself, so let's choose Sergei. Are you coming back from the front, soldier? Me? I'm not a soldier. Is it perhaps a scholar or a priest? The farmhand would not be in the train compartment. I admit that in our situation I would be very happy to have any military presence. This is the past. My division ceased to exist. When the Bolsheviks come to power, they will withdraw all troops from the front, and when the idea is instilled in the proletarians of other countries, no war will be necessary. Do you think they will come to power without the fight? Okay, and we know now that Sergei is a pacifist. The war will probably never end. Only the battlefields and banners change. Go to the devil with all this. Okay, and when the two of the topics will be done, then we have the end day summary, where the characters change a bit of their relationship status, which is connected to the traits that they've got. And now we know that Dmitry is perfectionist, and what it means that he really likes to make everything solid, and when he makes something makeshift, his morale will drop and he has a chance to waste an additional action point. And Alexei is messy, which is the absolute opposite of the Dmitry, so they might not be the best in working together. For him it will be that his morale grows when he makes something makeshift, and after a large action it has a chance to regain AP, so it's a bit different from Dmitry. And Edgar is braggart, so this character loves to brag about. And humbug, so the trust and friendships towards this character increase at first, but then they constantly decrease. have now day 2. I think what we need to do today is to build a quarantine point, because here we can take care of the sick and prepare medications and dressings. So it's very important for the Alexei who is sick, and for the Dimitri who has twisted ankle. Today also we can go to the expedition, because at first day there is you cannot go out because it's too dangerous. Okay, let's take Dmitri and remove the snow, and we will see what we need to gather. We need more needles, some material, and some wood. Okay, let's see. I think I also will need to gather some food, because all of them is hungry. Okay, I'll take those two because they like each other most, and I think I will go here and search. Okay, we found some cones, moss, poisonous mushroom, and edible roots. Okay, let's go here. Search. Okay. Oh, and we found something to eat. Take all. Okay, and now, as you can see, every expedition has a loss probability with which you should be careful, because when your expedition would get lost, they will have to spend the night outside of the camp and return the next day. My expedition could get lost soon, but here we have action points that can save our characters from that and reduce the loss probability. But still, I will have to be careful. If you want to make sure that you will avoid getting lost, then you should choose the characters that will have a bit more of the action points. Let's go maybe here will be some wood. Let's search. Okay, there is a bit, but not too much. I think I will go here. Okay, take all. Maybe here. Oh, as you can see, my expedition lost action point. I still have 2 action points, and now the loss probability is 12%. It's not too bad. I will search. Take all. All of the slots are taken, so maybe. And when we already searched the hex, we can see what we found. Okay, I think I will return to the camp with all those things. I will give them some food. It's always the best to just remove as much status as we can. Okay, he's tired, he's okay. Let's see what are their morale. They are okay. I'm watching, I'm checking their morale, because they're very important to calculate the action points at the start of the day and to reduce the effects of the negative statuses on this number. Okay, let's... I don't have enough needles. Okay, maybe here we will find some. Nope. Okay. I don't have enough needles for the solid construction, but I have enough for the makeshift. And I think I will do something makeshift, but first I remember that Alexei was messy, so he likes to make something makeshift. Dimitri doesn't like it, so we will not choose him for this work, but I would like to check who should he work with, and I see that he has the best relationship with Edward, and yeah, I think I will choose them. Makeshift. Oh, there's not enough material. Okay, I can try to go out again with those two, and now I will go south. Okay, we have some material. Should I? I'm afraid that I can lose them, but I will try. Again? Okay, let's return. Not to push our luck. Okay. Now we have enough. Okay. We don't have optional tools, so... Oh! Okay, so Alexei is a medic, and the character knows about treatment and has a chance to recover action points for the care action. And he's well educated. This character has received extensive education and can share useful curiosities in conversations, as well as Edward. Okay. Now I know that I will have to make medical tools, because here, as you can see, I can make bandage, limb brace, which will help Dimitri, and cold valve, which will help Alexei. But unfortunately I don't have enough action points. But what I can do is, I don't know if I want to filter the water or to... Okay, I think I will gather strength. Okay. I did that because he's tired and is sick, so I would like to minimize that a bit. Let's make this fire bigger. I don't see renegades, so I think it will be okay. We'll see. Let's end the day. Okay, what we have here? Let's make Sir Edwards. Bloody hell, what an adventure. Almost like in 1910, when Azeri fighters derailed my train. Or as on Wadi Halfa in 1902, only then the boiler exploded. Did you participate in many rail disasters, Mr. Gray, Edward Gray? Indeed, I had many adventures. I try to avoid only those in which nobody survives, haha. Okay. I think maybe let's seek a better shelter. Listen, I have an idea. The tracks on this section were recently built, and every few dozen versts should be a hut of workers who were cutting down the sleepers. perfect idea, so we only have to explore the area within a dozens of verts, right? Explore yourself if you want to. If you have raised a finger to do a good job, you might know that it's worth checking the tracks. There are no woodcutters' huts by the tracks, but there are markings for the commissioners. The mile marking on the one of the sleepers should tell us where to look for the workshop. Okay, and now we can choose what we want to answer. The renegades are already there, then now you're talking. Let's discuss this. Now you're talking. In that case, let's check the tracks immediately. Such a forest hut will not only be a better shelter, but probably also some equipment was left in it. Why are you talking about this just now? I speak all the time, but nobody listens to me. Okay, and as you can see, we have a quest. We have 8 days to finish this quest. Look for the woodcutters' markings on the railway sleepers. We can open it at any time and close it. Okay, day 3. And our quarantine point is under the snow. Perfect. Okay, let's take this guy and remove the snow. Okay. As we can see, we have some berries, so we can give to those who are really hungry. He is still very hungry. Okay, let's give him some eggs. We also have mushrooms, so maybe I will give it to everybody. Okay. Let's do medical tools. Oh no, there's not enough. We need some sharp. Okay. Well, we don't have. Oh, we have the renegades. Let's get those two, and even though they are renegades, we will not go here but here and go to look for something sharp. I think we can find something. Oh, okay. We have event, woodcutter's marks, so it's connected to our quest. You get near the tracks. In fact, on some railway sleepers there are signs that you have talked about earlier. You find information about the type of wood and date of filling, as well as the names of the inspectors, sometimes even vulgar signs of the employees. Recent dates indicate filling west of the place where you are. However, filling doesn't have to mean the place where the woodcutters slept. They certainly cleared wood from the whole area, and they could have their shelter even a few verses away. Look for the information. Only look for the information on the field. No, yeah. Let's look for that and that about the workshop. There it is. There are some burnt direction and the distance markings on the one of the sleepers. You must look for a workshop about half a day's march northeast or your current camp. Great, if the hut is always from the tracks, then maybe it has escaped the attention of the renegades. Anyway, you think the thugs are sticking to the area south of the wreck. Let's continue and search some more. Okay, we have metal scrap, which is from the sharp group. Return. And now we can make. As I remember, he would like to, yeah, with Edward. So let's do not this one, this one. Okay, and let's choose this. Okay, now we can, because he's a medic, I would like to choose him for this action. So first we'll make a limb brace for Dimitri. Okay, here you go. He has a limb brace on his leg now, and we want to make a cold bomb. Oh, okay, we have a lot of herbs. We will see if only one will help. Okay, it didn't, but I think he is already better a bit, but that wasn't enough because it took us 3 days. Okay, but now I can try to give this to Edward. I can try to filter some water. Him. And those renegades, they are a bit too close, so we will have to watch our cam visibility. I will try to give him a bit. Okay. They are tired also, so let's see if I can make a makeshift. Yeah, let's do the makeshift. Maybe nothing. Action failed. Okay, so Alexei is also clumsy. So this character has a small chance of failure of any action. Loses of action point, but not resources. Okay, he lost 1 action point, but all the resources are safe, so that's good. Let's see, maybe. Okay, I'll do something different now. I want to make camp morale better, so I would perform the fraternization action between those two. Use it, and as you can see, their relationship status improved. And we know that Dimitri is solitary. This character likes to act alone. When it performs larger actions alone, it increases its morale. Yes. And Sergei as well. And for Alexei, I would like to... I can't make cold bomb because I don't have strong alcohol, but I want to gather some strength. Yeah. Oh, he's still tired. Okay, that's enough for today. Okay, I don't want to rise cam visibility. let's do Alexei introduction. Dear comrades of misery, I don't want to worry you, but our situation is serious. Given the weather and our current diet, we won't survive long without fresh meat and aspirin. We are at risk of scurvy, and any cold will weaken our bodies. And we know that Dimitri is conservative. Aspirin, this damn German chemistry, you look like a scholar, so you know that primitive people were living without aspirin. And they died under 30 on average. For runny nose, sometimes also for scurvy. Must you be such a pessimist? Do you really think we will all die? Everyone? I don't know. I can see the beginning on scurvy in me. Oh, my tooth is moving. It's loose because you have hit your jaw to the floor during the accident. It's possible that the shock during the collision caused me microtraumas, which will manifest themselves soon. And now let's look at Dimitri's introduction. The situation is as follows. The enemy is outnumbered, is better armed, and knows the area. We have to secure the area. I will determine the order of patrols and changing the guard at night. Does anyone have any weapons? Captain, we are not a troop of soldiers and will not become it even under such a command. Nonsense. The situation made us all soldiers, and the warriors need a commander. In that case, let's talk about who should take on this role. Less talking, more action. I take over the first guard, and at dawn we will look for sharp stones and metal fragments to be able to sharpen the perches and arrows. Okay. When you don't want to look at all the summaries, you can just skip them. Okay, he is still sick, but at least Dimitri doesn't have twisted ankle anymore. They are all hungry, some of them are very hungry. He is very thirsty, so we'll have to address that. And I think what I need is also a strong alcohol, which I think we can find in the derailed train, but what's more important, I think we can go to find some food. As we know, here we can find some berries and there are plenty of them, so I think I will go that way, and then maybe I will go to the river. Let's not search here, go straight here. Okay, we have some berries and some eggs. Let's go here. Search. Oh. Blueberries, says one of you, then laughs when the other begins to look around the ground. I don't mean the plants. That's what you say about forest beast. Look. Indeed, a few insects fly slowly in the air. They seem to fly around the cracked stump. Carefully you look at the beehive. Most of the bees have already clumped and are clearly planning wintering. Maybe it's worth the risk and get some honey out. Try to get honey or walk away. And I will walk away because I'm afraid that the bees can sting. Even if there was honey, there would probably not be enough to eat. You don't feel like messing with bees. You leave the beehive and move on. search again. Okay, that's good. And go to the river. Oh, that was... But we have some water and a lot of the clay. Free water, that's not enough for all the people, so let's go here and maybe nothing bad will happen. Okay, one. Yeah. Do I want to go somewhere else? Let's go here. Okay. Maybe nothing. Hi. Okay, but that was the one. Okay. Everything's fine. They returned. I can give them the berries. Eat. You too. And you. Eat more. Okay. For you. Mushroom. Everyone. Some water. Okay. Let's look okay. They are a bit tired and they are freezing, but I don't see renegades anymore, so I think we can make our fire bigger today, so let's do that. Yeah, let's do it. Okay, that's enough. I think I need to address this sickness, but okay, I will go with those two. Maybe nothing happens. Okay. Easy. I can try. Maybe they will... Oh! Wolf down. You venture deeper into the taiga in search for suitably dry branches. When you suddenly hear a sinister sound, you stop. Close your eyes, try to locate the source of the sound. Do you think it sounds like a growl or purring? Not good. You don't want to mess up with some forest predator. Take to your heels, check the thicket carefully. Well, those are tough guys. I think I will check the thicket carefully. You carefully creep to the place where the sound comes from. Woof! Shouts one of you at the side of the pile of fur. It's no wolf. That's a lynx. It turns out that behind a fallen truck a shot cat is dying. Beautiful animal. But in your situation it's only a source of meat and fur. You finish the predator off and cover your traces up thoroughly. You have no doubt that the lynx was shot by one of the renegades, maybe even following it on the blood traces. Better not let him know about your presence. Take him, and maybe I will go somewhere else to look for the alcohol. Oh yeah, we have one. Okay, return to the camp. Let's do cold bomb, and then we can take care of the lynx. Oh, and he didn't lose AP. Okay, that's not enough. Well, but if we want to get some meat from the lynx, we could of course just try to roast him on the fire, but that will not end well, and we want to make game flying point. And for that we need to make a basic workbench. So let's see if I can do it. Yeah, I think I will be able to make it. Oh, those two don't like each other very much, but we will try. Yeah, they didn't like it. They thought they had to work together. Too bad, you guys. Dimitri is sparing. This character has a chance to obtain some of the ingredients from the construction and development recipes. Okay, game flying points. I could leave the sticks. Well, I will do that tomorrow. Oh, maybe no, I can't. Here I have break materials, but well. Okay, let's see if I can make the bed then. They won't be happy about it. Their morale is, well, so-so, but maybe. Okay, let's try to. I'm sure it will benefit the further gameplay. Okay, that's it for today. Let's end it. Okay, what now? Maybe Edward and Betty. Do you think they will come back? Who? The bandits? What, are you afraid? No, I'm just thinking what I would do to them if I had my loyal Betty with me. A woman has to defend you? This is my shotgun, a loyal companion from the African savannah. Unfortunately, I carried it in my luggage. Wait, what if my chest survived? Looking for Betty is too risky. We have to check that. Oh, we have to check that. We have to check that. Such faithful companions comes once in a lifetime. And we have new quest, search for Betty. Allies, eat or be eaten. Let's see, allies. Sir Edward, we haven't heard any war stories from your lips yet. You were, or maybe you're still a soldier. The soldier must be restrained. I don't understand what you're suggesting. The soldiers must be restrained. I will answer you like a professional to professional. Since you sense, Captain, that I can still serve, you understand why I should be restrained in talking about my adventures and tasks. Oh, he liked that. But sir, we are allies. We haven't heard any news from the capital for over a week. In fact, we cannot be sure that the provisional government has not entered into any separatist space with the crowds. I can't believe you haven't heard the gossip about negotiations. The Russian soldier doesn't leave his allies in need. With all due respect, Captain, but I think even the fact of your presence here, that not at the front, suggests that your homeland is preparing for a civil war, not to finish Kaiser, who sends an experienced line officer with a mission deep in the country. Keep quiet, I will return to the unit at the first opportunity. Let's keep quiet. Keep quiet, the trees have ears. All right, Mr. Ally. And what exactly do you write in this notebook? Is this a code? Indeed, after all, trees has also eyes. Okay, and we will skip the end summary. Okay, we have day 5. Alexei is still sick, but the situation is not bad after all. Oh, he has frostbitten hand. Too bad, but we can do something about it. If we would construct the small washtub, we could get rid of his frostbitten hand. But I think for now I will end this here, and again I would like to thank all of you who supported us, who supported us with the feedback, and who supported our project on the Kickstarter campaign. You guys are absolutely the best, and we hope that you will like the game when it will come out. And now, thank you and bye.